Where are all my Big 12 fans at? What's up, everybody? This is a video pretty much encouraging everyone who's watching my stuff. If you love college football, and especially if you have a favorite team that's in the Big 12, make some videos. And let's get this thing started with the Big 12. You know, we've got the Sooners. We've got J-Way Shocks and Duke Bothers and Mr. Burns with the Sooners, you know, but I mean, they need some more help. I mean, you know, they can't handle me just by myself, you know, especially Duke. Duke sucks at everything. And so they're kind of covered. You know, me, I've got the Longhorns, but also to call out the Longhorns fans. You know, I got a lot of Longhorn typers, and I appreciate all you guys. I can't even think. I mean, Texas Nightmare, CoinCon, I believe he's a Longhorn fan. I mean, there's a lot of you guys. I can't even remember all you guys, but you guys, you know who you are. Get yourself a camera and get on here. Let me know you're making vids, and I'll get you on the sidebar and promote your vids and get you up on here. So I want a bunch of Longhorn fans up here supporting the team this season. But not just the Sooners and the Longhorns. I mean, this conference, I think, could be the best in the league. And I mean, really, seriously, compete with the SEC. I mean, we have 6 teams that could possibly win this thing. Maybe even more, but 6 definitely who have a real chance at winning the conference. You've got Texas. You've got Oklahoma. You've got Texas Tech returning a lot of offensive starters, and maybe a defense that could actually stop somebody. If they get a defense, they could pull off, 3 stops a game. They could win a lot of games this year, possibly take the conference. Texas A&M, they lost Jaworski Lane. Now Goodson is going to have to carry the load. Is he going to be able to do that? We're going to have to find out. Then you've got Kansas Jayhawks, Missouri Tigers. Chase Daniel, Todd Reesing, great quarterbacks, and took their teams really far last year. Missouri going to the Big 12 championship. Kansas almost getting there, both of them fighting off for a spot. And definitely coming in as favorites this year. You got to give it to them. I didn't see it coming. I definitely didn't see. I thought Missouri would do all right, but I sure didn't see Kansas doing much anything. And they definitely proved me wrong. And also about the Kansas fans. Got a Kansas fan now. I hadn't talked about him, but he's been on my tail ever since I said that the Kansas wouldn't do very well. Fabio's KU or something for KU or something like that. Me and him going back and forth. He didn't like a lot of things I said. I don't like a lot of things he said. But I can tell he knows his stuff. And I respect the guy as a college football fan. And I'm telling you, dude, challenging you to get yourself a camera or something and talk about your Jayhawks. I mean, we're going to Lawrence this year. That would be awesome. Me and you for a week could go at it. And I'm looking for a good game that year. It's going to be definitely tough for Texas. So those 6 teams definitely have a shot. Now, does Kansas State have a shot? Maybe so. You know, they've been a thorn in our side, but can they put a whole season together? And, you know, is Nebraska going to make a comeback? I hadn't really been looking into it. You know, they didn't have a good year last year. Are they going to make a comeback? Could they contend for it? I don't know. It's going to be that interesting. So, and I know with the Aggies, you know, Fox Collette's going down there, so we'll see what he knows about Aggie football. I'm not sure if he knows a lot, saying that Mike Sherman's going to take him to the national title, but whatever. I know Stam went to A&M, so I don't know if he's going to talk about the Aggies in his videos, but if he is, you know, you're more than welcome. You know, I just want I want YouTube to be run in college by the Big 12, not by the SEC. I hadn't seen any SEC fans. If you are out there, though, you know, I want to focus on the Big 12 because the Longhorns are in the Big 12, but you know, if you make college football videos, if you talk about Michigan, if you talk about SC, talk about Florida, anything, let me know, and we can do this whole college football thing. You know, it didn't get as big as I wanted to last year. I'm hoping this year with the NFC East thing as big as it is right now, and the NFL trash talk as big as it is, I know there's college football fans out there who can get on here and talk about their teams, man. I mean, it's really ridden with a lot of good quarterbacks. You've got my quarterback, Colt McCoy, who I think is going to have a breakout year because I think the offensive line is going to have some experience behind him. I think, you know, Stephen McGee, he's got potential definitely. I mean, he beat us, you know. Is he going to get back to is Mike Sherman going to use him to pass more, which is what he's brought to A&M for, rather than just run the option? Now, you're going to have a good option with Goodson, but, you know, I know a lot of the Aggie fans that I talk to, they would like to have more of a vertical game. And McGee can do that, but, you know, did they mess him up with it? We'll see what can happen there. And definitely Todd Reesing, Chase Daniels, and then Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford, he's the scariest one of the bunch. He's young. I think he was a true freshman last year, and he was tearing people up. And so we're going to, especially with Texas, our secondary is going to have to get somewhere better to stop this guy. All right? And, you know, put a hat on him. He's not a big guy, but if you let him sit back there, he will tear you apart. And I think any of the quarterbacks that I've mentioned, with Colt, Sam, You give these guys time, they will tear you apart. And I really do think, I think the Big 12 is going to resemble the SEC, like the SEC does a lot. We're going to beat up on a lot of it. I'm going to tell you right here, right now, no team in the Big 12 will win all their conference games. Every team will lose some conference games this year. It's going to be that competitive, especially in the South. I mean, you look at anybody's schedule now, and I'll be talking about the Longhorns in a later video, talking about, quarterback position, the running backs, the fight for the starting spot there. Muschamp coming in as the defensive coordinator. And, a lot of things are going on with Longhorns, a lot of new faces. Is that going to help us? Is that going to hurt us? But you look at the schedule for anybody. When it hits conference play, you can't find very many easy games. I mean, you'll have Iowa State, Iowa State and Baylor somewhere. But other than that, you're not going to have any cakewalks. And it's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a crazy season. And I want everybody who can be involved in it right here on YouTube, talking trash, back and forth, going at it. I'm repping the Longhorns. We got the Sooners. We got Aggies. And I don't know who else is repping teams. But if you've got a Big 12, especially Big 12 team that you like, get on here. Let me know. Let Duke know. Let Burns. Let Jay-Way. Let the guys know that you're in here. And we'll go back and forth. All right, guys. I'm out. But as always, hook 'em horns and Texas fight. And let's see if we can take the Big 12 this year. Hook 'em horns, guys.